Greetings and sanitation film fans, Thomas L here. It's Sunday, it's time for another video of my box office recap. Alright, coming in, the number 5th spot in this weekend's box office is Rocketman, which, now this is of course Rocketman's 3rd weekend release, and right now the film went in the number 5th spot, dropping 36.3% and adding another 8.8 million for a domestic total of 66 million, and internationally, the film brought in 88.5 million for an international total of 67 million, and a global total of 133 million. Wow, this movie's doing pretty well. I mean, it's not making as much as, let's say, Bohemian Rhapsody did, but it's still doing pretty well in the box office, and it's a good movie, so I'm happy to see it's still hanging in there, and let's see how good it'll do once it's done its run. Alright, coming in the number 4 spot, that is X-Men Dark Phoenix. Last week, it was of course the number 2 spot, and it flopped. Like, it's the lowest grossing out of the X-Men films, and this week did not help it at all. Right now, the film brought in a dismal 9 million, and it's pretty much the lowest grossing out of the X-Men movies, like, seriously. Anyway, the film now sits at 51.8 million. Oh boy. Like, yeah, and also internationally, the film added another 24.2 million for an international total of 152.2 million and a global total of 204.3 million. It's safe to say we're probably not going to see anything with the X-Men for a while. Like, it makes sense that this movie's not going to do well the second week because bad word of mouth kicked in, and I of course saw it, and to me, it's the worst movie I saw this year. I'm not even joking. To me, it was just god awful, and shame it's not doing well. But hey, you need to make it should have been good, but anyway, that is what it is, I guess. All right, coming in at the number 3 spot is Aladdin, which dipped just 32.3% and brought in 16.7 million domestic for a U.S. total of 263.4 million, crossing the 700 million mark worldwide. Internationally, the film brought in 47.5 million for an international total of 461.4 million and a global total of 724.8 million. It's pretty much it's Disney's like highest grossing movie of the year, falling right behind Avengers Endgame and Captain Marvel. Hey, kudos to it. It's a great movie. It's a fun, entertaining film. Now, I saw it twice. Really loved Aladdin, and I'm really happy that it's doing well. So, and if this did well, I can imagine how much Lion King's going to make. That should be interesting to watch. Alright, coming in, number 2 spot is Secret Life of Pets, which went from being the number 1 weekend to the box office to being the 2nd place. And it brought in 23.8 million for a domestic total of 92 million. And internationally, the animated sequel brought in 8.5 million, giving it an international total of 62.5 million and a worldwide total of 154.6 million. It's making even more than the first film. I mean, it's not going to be like one of the highest, like major highest grossing movie of the year or anything, but it's doing well, and it shows that Illumination is not going anywhere. Like, even if they release a film and it ends up flopping, Illumination will still be great because they still got the Secret Life of Pets films, the Despicable Me franchise. Illumination is here to stay. I don't think this company will ever go bankrupt. And really happy because they make some really high quality films, and if Secret Life of Pets 2 made this much, I could imagine how much the upcoming Minions sequel is going to make when that gets released. Alright, now the film coming in, the number 1 spot is like Dark Phoenix, this film is also one of the worst movies I saw this year. Coming in the number one spot is Man in Black International, which is the lowest week, which is pretty much the lowest opening of the Man in Black film. Right now, the film opened with 28.5 million. I mean, the first Men in Black, which got released in 1997, that made 51 million. While Men in Black 2 made 52 million. And of course, Men in Black 3 made 54.57 million. So this is definitely the lowest grossing. And also internationally, no pun intended, but Men in Black International brought in 73.7 million, giving it a global total of 102.2 million. Oh boy, it's safe to say we're not going to see another Man in Black movie for a while either. I'd say maybe do a TV show. Like, get a TV show on. I think a TV show, a Man in Black show, live action show, would probably make more, do more than this new Man in Black film. And it proves that Chris Hemsworth just, I mean, it's a shame that most of his films can't really, most of his non-MCU movies don't really make a whole lot. I mean, even the movie Rush, which got loads of great reviews, even that didn't do a whole lot. And I'm not going to count, Vacation or Ghostbusters, because those weren't his lead films. So I'm not really counting those. Which I like Ghostbusters and Vacation, by the way. I don't care what anyone says, but anyway. But yeah, most of his lead films, Chris Hemsworth box office. His last film was 12 Strong, which didn't do a whole lot. Actually, his last film was Bad Times at the El Royale, which flopped. I mean, oh boy. It shows that most of his, non-MCU movies just hasn't done great. So, I hope his career, after he's done playing Thor in the MCU, I hope his career is gonna go sky high, because I really like Chris Hemsworth. He's an awesome actor, and I also like Tessa Thompson. So, yeah, and not to mention, this is also the lowest grossing film of F. Gary Gray's career. His last two films made tons of money. F. Gary Gray's last film was Fate of the Furious, which pretty much crossed the $1 billion mark. That film made 1.239 billion, while the film before that was Straight Outta Compton, and that made 201.6 million. I hope this doesn't affect F. Gary Gray's career, because I like F. Gary Gray. I think he's probably one of the best filmmakers we got. Straight Outta Compton was great. Fate of the Furious. He of course did Friday. I love F. Gary Gray, so I really hope this doesn't affect his career at all. I mean, hey, every director do have his bad day in The Office. Steven Spielberg's one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Even he has bad days in The Office, so Man Black International was just F. Gary Gray's bad day in The Office. So, yeah, hopefully F. Gary Gray's next film will be a better film. I mean, I think he's actually doing that Saints Row movie, so hopefully if that's his next film, hopefully that's a better film than this is, but we'll see. But sad to say, one film that really didn't do all that well at all, this one kind of hurts me a little. But not surprising, to be honest with you. Shaft flopped. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. Despite me really enjoying the movie, I'm not really surprised it flopped. The marketing, they didn't really market the whole film that well. Most people almost forgot that the movie even came out, really. There was, advertisements on TVs and all that, and with the mixed reviews the film got, that didn't help. But, Shaft actually ended up being, coming in at the number 6, spot, and it made only... Yeah, it opened with 21.7 million. Yeah, Yeah, this did not do well at all. Like it's even lowest the 2000 Shaft, which got released, like I said, got released in 2000. That film made 107.2 million. So it's a shame because I thought the movie was really fun. I think the movie should have been number one instead of Man in Black. It's a better film than Man in Black was. Man in Black just that was garbage. And this is also Tim's like the lowest film of lowest opening of Tim Story's career because his films have made lots of money. Like Ride Along 2 made 124.6 million. The first ride along made 154.5 million. The Think Like a Man 2 made 70.2 million, while Think Like a Man made 96.1 million. So this is like his pretty much his lowest grossing movie of his career. And I know lots of people poo poo on Tim Story and all that. I kind of like Tim Story. I think his films aren't all great, nothing like that, but I really have fun with his films, and it'll be interesting to see what his next film is gonna be. I know he's doing the Tom and Jerry movie, so it'll be curious to see how good that will be. But yeah, Shaft just did not help at all. And also, it's been years since the first Shaft got released, so I don't think lots of people they even know what Shaft is. So it's a shame it did do well, but on the other hand, it's not all that surprising. So yep, well, that's pretty much it. Not the best weekend this week, really. I mean, of course, we got Toy Story 4. That's probably going to be that's going to make probably a billion or a million or whatever. Child's Play might actually make some dough, but we'll see there. So, not looking like the best summer so far, box office wise, and a little quality wise, but that's the topic for another day. But anyway, let me leave you guys. What are your thoughts on this weekend's box office results? Were there any surprises? Did you see any of the films in this weekend's box office? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.